Okay, now let's talk about protection. All right. Quite a lot of people have been asking me how to protect their family because everybody's very fearful out there, and I do get daily a lot of parents come in and say, how do I protect my children from being around drugs, around alcohol, being influenced by other people, being radicalised, being manipulated. It's really, really hard, and I'm glad that my children are a lot older now. I'm very, very concerned about my grandchildren, and some certain dates of birth and certain personalities, you won't be able to stop it. You won't be able to stop. All we can do is guide our family, guide our next generations, and cross our fingers and hope that we will be able to help them. But there is things we can do to benefit them and try our best to protect them. The best protection stones there are obsidian, which is this black stone here. Okay. Now, obsidian is also known by Apache tears. Now, Apache tears is obsidian. Obsidian is volcanic glass, so it comes from volcanoes. But in Native American history, it is believed that obsidian came from an Apache's tears as he cried when he was killed. It's a big, long story, but I can tell you that later on, maybe in a following book that comes up. But obsidian is a very powerful protection stone, and it's believed to, in Native American history and in other religions, it is believed to be a very strong, powerful protection stone. In Egyptian history, the lapis lazuli, see the beautiful blue in that? Okay. In King Tut or King Tutankhamun's headdress, the blue stripes, I don't know, hang on. I don't know if you can see that. See the blue stripes in King Tut's head there? Okay, so that is in his original headdress, they used the lapis lazuli for protection in the afterlife. So lapis is a really good stone to give your kids for protection. You can give it to them in something to wear, or you can just get a tiny stone, put it in their school bag, put it in their car. That's a good way to protect them if they're younger, all right? If they're a little bit older and you don't like the friends they're mixing with, you feel that their friends are influencing them in a negative way, they're mixing with friends that are taking drugs or alcohol or are driving like an idiot, things like that. There is little spells and rituals you can do based on different things. A brown candle with the child's name and the other person's name on it burnt down and out when those two people are together, that works really well. That causes fights and arguments between those two people. But lapis is a really good protection stone to put in the car or get the child to carry. It's easy to put in jewellery. Again, don't spend a fortune on it because you're just wasting money. With any of the crystals or anything you purchase, it doesn't matter if you spend $2, $200, $2,000. the price of it is not going to make it any stronger, any more powerful. It's what you're drawn to, or what the other person's drawn to, or what you can afford. You don't need to go spending a fortune, and don't ever do that on the internet. So that's for protection. Of course, there is sandalwood oil, again, like the lavender oil, essential oil. You use sandalwood oil for protection, sandalwood incense, but with the sandalwood oil, you can also put that on clothing, in a car, on windows, doors, on a tissue and shove it in their school bag. You can sort of put it on your fingers and pat them on the back as they're walking out the door and say, have a good day, be careful, just so they don't know you're doing it. That's another way to protect them a little bit. But like I said before, it does really depend on your child's date of birth, and their personality. And certain personalities, there's different ways how you handle, how to coax them away from being led by other people. And I have quite a lot of parents come in and they'll bring up two kids exactly the same way. One will be very good, very academic, very headstrong and move forward. The other one will be a total dingbat. And I'll show them and explain to them how to handle each child in a different way, and it makes a big difference. If you have any questions about your child and how to handle them and how to protect them, please send me an email or come in for a reading. Have a great day. See you. Bye.